Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, it's Eureka Edison.
And Michonne Carter Fogle.
And this is
The Give Back.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Good morning. Shout out to you guys, number one, for coming to find us on our YouTube station. You did yourself a huge favor. If you haven't already, though, we need you to like, subscribe, and share to everyone else who may need this pertinent information that we share on our podcast.
And please leave comments. Anytime that you see a video, a clip, and if you are able to, leave a comment, because we do want to start a grievance section of the show where we air out what you guys want us to air out.
We're going to talk about it.
We will. And we don't care what the grievance is.
We don't, because we discovered a while ago that we've created a platform for ourselves, and with us creating that platform, we basically just, do what we would like to do. But we are trying to be who we want somebody to be to us before
right?
We got into this industry. So send us all of your comments, questions, concerns, and we're going to talk about it, because that's what we do.
Even if you are somebody's client, you can send us a grievance as well. And we can't speak for whoever you are speaking on, but we can give you our opinion and our how-to and what if we were in that situation.
Always the what ifs.
Because it's interesting. You just never know. There's always so many different perspectives on how to handle things. So, yeah, please like, comment, share, subscribe. Everywhere, please.
And without further ado, it's Monday morning, so we're bringing you another hot topic. I'm trying to recap, trying to keep you guys engaged on what we've talked about. We first came with I graduated hair school. Now what?
You remember in order?
Girl, I'm trying. This brain,
Then I know I got them, but I can't put them in order. So I know we've done career versus hobby.
We did professionalism.
We've done professionalism, shampoo versus no shampoo.
Shampoo versus no shampoo. I cannot remember
integrity.
Integrity. That was the last episode that we brought to you all. So today we're bringing you knowing your worth. Is that right? And investing in yourself.
Well, knowing your worth and investing in yourself kind of
they go
are
hand
synonymous,
in hand. But we're going to talk about investing in yourself today
separately. Yeah,
because knowing your worth and investing in yourself, they are synonymous, but they are totally different topics that'll guide you in totally different directions.
Correct.
So today we're going to talk about investing in yourself and what that entails,
what that means exactly. So within this industry, so years ago, Kentucky required you to invest in yourself.
Yeah, it did.
With the continuing education hours. They no longer have those. Mm-hmm. So those 10 hours that they required are no longer required. So any investing that you do is all on you at this point.
Totally depends on you.
Yeah.
And it is completely transparent to see as a stylist if you decide to invest in yourself or not. Because when you invest in yourself, the tools that you walk away from a class or a continuing education class, they shine through you as a stylist.
Yes.
It single-handedly sets apart your stylist from your kitchen-ticians. There's no other way to describe that. It plays into your integrity. It gives you a way to be able to grow in this industry. If you're not growing, I've been taught that if you don't learn something new at least once a day, then you're no longer growing. And if you're no longer growing, then you're literally just existing.
At that point, yeah.
So as a stylist, when you lay stagnant and you're not adding something to your arsenal or even refreshing what you've learned in the past, you are laying stagnant, and that will also reflect in your income.
And remember though, like there's always more than one way to skin a cat, right? So even if you are amazing at whatever you do, there's always a new way. Like I was at the nail shop getting my nails done. Newer stylist comes in. She's teaching the older stylist don't do that. Like, that's put too much tension on your arm. Do it this way. And she showed them how to do it. They got the same result, less time, less tension and friction on the body, right? And they were excited. So there's always more than one way to skin a cat, and you only get those tools and knowledge by investing in yourself and education. And within this industry, some things are as quick as a 1-2, let me show you. But sometimes this is a get down, hands-on, let me show you how to do it type industry. And I am huge on taking classes, because how else will you grow? How else will you continue to see things from different perspectives? Like, the industry changes so much. And what it was yesterday ain't what it is today. And that's just how quick it is.
Yeah. Like, I can honestly say I went through my email yesterday, and within the last 3 to 4 weeks, KBH, if y'all don't know what that is, Kentucky Board of Hairdressers, is now sending out updates like at least once or twice in a month. So we're clear on what the state board laws are, and we're clear on the changes that are trying to be implemented. So
the meetings that are available to you. And I do suggest you guys, if you can, make it to some of those meetings, especially if this is your career, because you need to know all this information firsthand. And that's just what it is. State board comes around. There are so many changes. Years ago, we didn't have to send in pictures and fill out a whole application almost every year to renew your license. It was just a click of a button, pay your little money, and they'll send you a new license.
Be done with it.
Not anymore.
It's not that type of game anymore. You walk into a salon now, they actually have your pictures attached to your license. But not only are your pictures attached to your license, when that state board examiner comes in and pulls your picture up on their iPod or pad, whatever, they know that if that picture don't match up with who they looking at, something ain't right.
Something ain't right.
And the biggest warnings that I've seen in the emails is, do not have an unlicensed person working in your salon. Wait a minute.
Yeah. So,
but getting back to investing in yourself, one of the things that stood out for me, I became a brand educator about 8 years ago, and it was around the time that they stopped doing our CEUs. So for me, I was that stylist that was kind of laying stagnant. But until I went off and had this training, and I was amongst other stylists who their state still required continuing education, it changed up my game. And with it changing up my game, I came back and looked at Kentucky like, what in the is going on? Why would we
scrap that, right?
Yeah, like, why would we settle for mediocrity? Why would we do that? And why do we do that as a stylist?
And I don't know about you or anybody else, but I think it's fun. Like, I love going to classes. I love meeting other stylists.
I do.
We sit and talk, and then you actually get to see, like, what you're dealing with in other areas, or you get to see what's coming your way. Because let's not forget, Kentucky is a little behind.
Kentucky is far behind.
It's very, very behind. And when I say we doing classes, I'm talking about outside of the state of Kentucky take classes. Yeah. So, even as close as like Charlotte, I've taken a couple classes. There are a few times we've been Virginia
we went
Beach,
to Virginia last
year.
Atlanta. We did Miami.
Done Miami. We've tried to get to Cali. That's on the bucket list.
Don't worry, it's coming.
But yeah, like, you have to go outside of Kentucky to actually see what's coming, so that you can be prepared. So that comes with investing in yourself. And don't get it. These classes that sometimes are hundreds of dollars.
They cost.
But it is so worth it.
But if you're putting that time in behind the chair, just like everybody always says, put back into you. If you work hard, then make sure that you do what you want to do. And you should want to further your education. You should want to increase your bottom dollar. You should want these things for yourself. So kick that money out. Go travel. Have some leisure time while you're there.
And let's not forget, you get to write that off on your taxes, because it is now a business expense. When you go spend money on a class, You write that off. That's education. However you get there, you write that off. That's the transportation to get there. If you go sit down and have dinner, you are now having a business meeting. You get to write that off. Like, all these expenses help you in the bottom line, in the end, once it comes time to file, however you do your taxes, if you are doing them properly.
If not, you might need a tax professional.
You should, because I don't think a lot of people realize there's a lot of things that we can get credit for within this industry.
A lot.
But
your education is one of those
absolutely
things.
Every part of it. There's not a part within any time I've ever went somewhere that I have not been able to get a credit for it when I go to file my taxes. So just make sure that you are keeping up with that. I don't know if you have a separate way of doing that, but just keep up with it so that you can get your credit at the end of the day. Anyways, going back to taking classes, I absolutely enjoy them because for me, remember a couple years ago, and I was like, I don't want to keep doing long hair.
Yeah.
I just want to do short hair. I don't want to keep doing long hair. Like, my wrist is starting to hurt. I'm tired of silking the hair out way down the back. I'm going to short hair. So guess what I did? Short hair classes. Everywhere we went. Everywhere we go. They know if it's a symposium, if it's a hair show, if there's a short hair class on the menu,
she is going to that Pixie class.
I'm there.
Whether it's Pixie Natural, whether it's Pixie Relaxed, she is going to be in that Pixie class.
Whether it's styling, cutting, dry cutting,
coloring, all of the above.
I'm there.
At the same time that she decided that she was going to go to short hair, I decided that I was going to turn myself into a loctician. Just let me say that wave is moving progressively. I have a lot of lock clients now, but I figured out by way of going to education and by way of listening to some of the stylists that I admire, that the way for me to transition is to turn that into my specialty. But how would I have known that if I hadn't listened to someone that I'm admiring on Instagram tell me, oh, you can do what you want to do, how you want to do it, and when you want to do it. That's what that education does for you.
Yeah.
That's what that education does. Education also gets you to the point where you can look at your week and know what the trajectory of your week is and be able to estimate exactly what you're going to make in the week, and everything else is just a bonus. Education will also
help you raise your ticket.
Get to that money.
It really will. So what happens is after you've done so much of education in a particular area, if you decide to specialize, because that's where I'm moving towards. I've already decided your girl's going to be 40 this year. I'm not going to keep doing everything that I do. So because I have decided in a few years, I will definitely be a short hair specialist. I've only focused my education on short hair and my micro locks. I'm not going to give them up. But a lot of other things I will stop servicing here within the near future, because that's just where I want me to be, and that's what my specialty will be, is short hair, whether you are relaxed or natural. So with that being said, all of my education comes from that. So I invest into that. I invest into me when it comes to that part of where I want to move and where I want to go. And because of that, you get known for that. And because you are known for that, you then become good at that. And then when you get good at that, then you can just raise your prices, because that's what you are known for. You then become that specialty stylist.
You're great.
And you get to raise your ticket. So just invest. Whatever it is that you do, make sure that you get the education for it. Because you cannot be, as they call it, a seasonal hairstylist.
Y'all, we're going to have that conversation one day.
Yeah. You literally have to put some grit and grind behind something. And I'm a firm believer in, you can practice across the board, but there should be something that is considered your bread and butter.
You just damn good at that.
Yes.
And everybody knows.
Yeah, that's what we're coming to you for.
That's her.
That's her.
Go to her. You should have that one thing that you should be known for.
You should.
Or you can dibble in a couple, because up until these last couple of years that I really define what my thing was, and I'm defining what my thing is now because I'm looking for my exit. So with me looking for my exit, I want to do the things that's going to make me happy as I exit from behind the chair. But as you are becoming a known stylist, as she mentioned, seasonal, you don't want to be a seasonal stylist. You don't want to be the stylist that every time that it's time for summer, spring, you get an influx of clients because you can braid your tail off. You still want to be able to maintain those clients and be a seasoned stylist and keep those same clients that you braiding up for the summer in your chair through the year. But how do you know how to do that, once again, if you're not taking classes and furthering your education so you can know how to shift?
Well, I think a lot of people moving into this industry, because with us, we understand that education is key. We understand that the only way to properly succeed within this industry and the only way to keep up is to have education. Yeah. Things are different now. And I think a lot of new stylists feel like education is just Instagram. Education is just YouTube. But there's nothing like getting your hands in it. There's nothing like going to that symposium or going to that hair show and being able to actively take a hands-on class or actively seeing it with your own eyes face to face, because you get to ask the questions, right?
That's true.
You ask the questions and they give you their feedback. And I've been to a few different classes with some celebrity hairstylists who you would think like they're not going to answer my questions. They absolutely will.
They're stylists too.
They absolutely will. I've had one of the guys that me and Mashawn both absolutely love. Absolutely love. He's based in LA, but he came to Charlotte and I flew to his class.
I couldn't go.
Mashawn could not make it.
I still got the video on my phone though.
I told him, I was like, my homegirl love you, but she can't make it. He said, what's her name? We're going to send her a video.
Still got it. Hey, Greg.
And they are so down to earth. Angel. Remember, when I went to the class in Charlotte, then we ran into her in Miami. She's like, I remember you. Go meet these people. That way, it's networking at its finest.
And I'll even piggyback off of that. We'll say it's networking and it's nothing like getting hands-on education, right? Like, I can sit and watch an Instagram video or a YouTube video, but one of the things that make a difference is if you know what your learning style is.
Yes.
Your learning style may be far and beyond sitting and watching somebody on Instagram.
Are you hands-on? Are you a visual? Are you a lecturer? What do you need? Mm-hmm.
So when you go to people's classes, the thing that they're trained in is to be able to touch everybody in every way that somebody could learn. So you need to go to the classes. You need to build a camaraderie amongst other stylists that's not in your state, because sometimes if your state is stagnant, then you stagnant. You don't even realize. So once you start to meet other stylists that are doing the same service that you doing, and they talking about they charge $80 more,
it's like, why and how? What are you doing different?
When they explain to you why and how, when you get the breakdown as to why and how they charge that, they're charging for every little thing. They're charging for that education that they just went and got. Mm-hmm. They're charging for the product that may have hit an influx and went up. They're charging for the skill that someone else down the street can't deliver and only you have. So go to the classes, invest in yourself so you can get down to the bottom dollar and get the type of respect that you want and crave in the industry. Because we got to be for real. The only reason that we tend to put all of our stuff on Instagram, the only reason that we take our pictures is because we're looking for a certain notoriety. Mm-hmm. So get the education so you can get the notoriety. Applied knowledge. Yeah.
Just like,
get that. Get that.
Yeah. But just also, even within the styling and investing in yourself, take some product knowledge classes. Because a lot of times, you don't really know how to use the product. Say red flag on the play.
Flag on the play. 30-second time out. Listen. This is going to be a story time situation for me.
Okay.
Because she really just not struck a nerve. She just rekindled something for me that came back. Back in the day when I really thought that I was, listen, y'all couldn't tell me nothing. I was at the point where I felt like I was arriving, right? I got asked to be part of a couple of photo shoots, and you could not tell me nothing. I'm gonna help y'all provide the place where we're gonna shoot these, do these models. I'm the thing, right? So I'm in my suite. I'm doing my model's hair, and this hairstylist who we're gonna have on the show, she's already agreed. But this hairstylist who was a product educator, brand educator at that point in time, she came and looked in my suite, and she was like, "I'm a little concerned," and I'm concerned about what? Like, I know what I'm doing. She was like, yeah, you're not even using a conjunctive product line to know how your results are going to turn out. And I was like, girl, boo, get out my suite. I know what I'm doing. Now, as I stated, well, let me go back because that photo shoot was a wreck. My model's hair was terrible. Frizzed up. It was terrible. When we went back and looked at the pictures, I just felt like, I mean, I could have done a little bit better. But now being the person who I make sure that I use a conjunctive line so I know what those results are going to be. If y'all don't stop going over into bundles and wigs, listen, I will say this. It's okay to go grab a couple of things. But if you're using your relaxer, your shampoos, conditioners, if everything that you get is from bundles and wigs and it's not even insured coming from a licensed person to sell the products that you're using, man, y'all over playing Russian roulette with your client's hair. And once again, with your integrity as a stylist, because you have no clue what you are using.
Yeah, you don't know what the shelf like how long has that product been sitting on the shelf,
baby?
Yeah, so get the product knowledge as well, because a lot of lines are made to be conducive with each other. So you want to know why this gel is flaking when you didn't use their proper shampoo, conditioner, and maybe leave-in, and that leave-in, whatever leave-in you use, counteracted with the gel, which caused it to flake. So learn your products as well. They definitely have the product knowledge classes. They definitely have the product knowledge classes. Take those, learn a line. I've always said, find you a line that you feel like works. Find you a line that has products for different hair textures and different types, and learn to use it. Mixing and matching product lines, run into Walmart, run into bundles and wigs, and a spec of 2 professional products. It's not okay.
It's not.
Especially if you are doing this as your career. If you are a licensed professional hairstylist, you should be using licensed professional products. And it is okay that if some of the items your clients can get from a reputable hair store, it's okay. But the majority and the bulk of your professional products, especially your chemical products, your clients should not be able to go get off the shelf. They shouldn't. Anytime a client of mine asks me, well, what kind of protein treatment should I get? And I'm like, I don't know.
None.
I don't know what type of protein treatment you should get at the store, because I don't use over-the-counter protein. The protein that I have is for professionals only. So if you do need a protein treatment, I suggest you book an appointment. I don't understand why it's okay now to use all over-the-counter product.
It's not. I've actually, new clients that come in when we do their consultation, when I can feel their hair and feel that the porosity is off, and I go through their products that they're using, I literally tell them, baby, leave the protein to me. Leave the protein to me. The only thing I need you to be using is something that's moisturizing your hair. And this is for my natural clients. It can double up for the relaxed clients too, but the relaxed clients see me a little bit more frequently. But leave the protein to me.
They love the apogee.
Oh my God.
They love apogee.
Leave it to me.
Protein is a very dangerous thing if used incorrectly.
Baby.
Very, very dangerous. Yeah, please don't do the protein.
That comes along with knowing your product.
And if you are a stylist, learn your protein. If you are, I hope you all are using one. Learn your protein, because people don't realize most proteins are a 2-step.
And trust me, protein can be overused.
Yes. Yes, it can. So take some product knowledge classes along with educational classes. It will definitely help you behind the chair when you are from behind the chair. It'll just help you, period.
It will.
And exploring other places and speaking to other stylists and learning what's going on in their city, in their town, you actually get to see what's coming your way if it's not already there, because it's coming. It's just a matter of when. So when we talked about the whole natural wave that just flooded Lexington, people was not prepared, and I can tell that you was not prepared because there were no classes.
Y'all wasn't ready.
Y'all didn't take any classes, which is why y'all was just pushing that money away.
I was ready.
I was too.
Because we kept taking classes.
Yeah.
I was ready.
And I suggest that you guys find symposiums, shows. That way, you get, for bulk pricing, you have X amount of classes at your advantage versus, and there's nothing wrong with paying for a single class. I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is, at a symposium, it's spread out over 2 or 3 days.
Yes.
They may offer anywhere between 6 to 12 classes within that bulk pricing.
I'm excited. I know that already this year in September.
Yeah.
We already booked and busy going to a symposium. Yes, we went to the symposium last year, but as you heard us say, hairstyling is an ever-changing career. There is always something changing in hairstyling, whether it's product, whether it is the knowledge, whether it's technique. We going. So suggestions for you guys: find the symposium, book the ticket, drive the miles.
And I don't care how long Braun and Brothers have been around. Go. Please go. I'm here to tell you. And we all know Braun and Brothers is a party. It is a great time. I absolutely love it.
It is an amazing time.
But when I tell you, I learned more walking the floor and talking to product reps.
Yes.
And was even offered to be an ambassador for a product that I use anyways. Like, they wasn't trying to push it on me. It was like, you use it, great. Contact us. We need you. Be an ambassador in your state. Yeah. We need you. So go to those shows. I promise you they will be worth your while. Not only that, you're able to get all your everyday products, shower caps, combs, clips, baby.
Ooh, I need some combs.
When I tell you, when we go to Brown & Brothers, we buy enough stuff to last us throughout the year. We all know we losing clips, combs, teeper. It be so much stuff we bring back for the low.
Hey.
We don't have to buy it for months on end.
Can we pull that off this year?
I've already been checking. They don't have a show yet.
Oh, there's no show in August?
There's no show yet. It's not posted. They said that they wanted to take a break so when they come back, they can do it bigger and better. Because, the last one that they had was in Miami, I think.
That's the last burner?
And then they went they did one in New Orleans, and I don't think it went over so well after that.
You know why?
Because it's always hurricane season.
Because y'all ain't supporting and going to get that applied knowledge. Go find a damn show.
They want Brown & Brothers to stay in Atlanta, and Brown & Brothers is trying to venture out so that everybody can be a part of the show.
I need some combs. So
you just need some combs.
I'm so serious. I told you last month I was down to the last 2. I had those combs for 3 years.
Your boy will come and sell you some.
No, I ain't. There go Dan Decker again. It's a no.
But yes, guys, please just invest in yourselves. Go get the knowledge. Please get it. It will help you in the long run.
Coffee made me hot.
So, with that being said, guys, I think we're going to end this one.
And we out. Once again,
like, comment, share, subscribe.
Subscribe, please. And
to
thanks.
The Give Back.
The Give Back. I'm Sean Carter Fogel.
Eureka Edison.
We'll see y'all next episode. Deuces.